Pause. I'm testing a Stream Deck thing. This shit is brokey. I just finished the presentation before I started streaming. I'm kind of happy with it. I hope you will be too. I'm finishing up the Stream Deck settings so I can toggle between the scenes, and then we're gonna get started, and it's gonna be a whole ass presentation. I didn't get the video done. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that. We're gonna do that probably Thursday, if it's ready by then. I don't want to rush it. So I will see y'all in just a minute, and we will get started. Okay. All right, BRB. Okay. Big night. Don't shit your pants. Big night. Don't shit your pants. Big night. Don't shit your pants. Hey, everybody. I'm totally not gonna shit my pants at any point during this presentation. Hey! God, it's been a whole year, hasn't it? That's insane. Hank, thank you. Mako, hi! Long time no see. Hello. We had a follower right before I started the stream, Bear Buds. Hey, Bear Buds. Appreciate you. welcome. Malachi, welcome. Bill, I saw you up there. Welcome. I had planned to do a full video and everything, but I didn't get that finished in time. That video is going to be an undertaking. I said I might finish it by Thursday. I don't even know if it's doable by then, but I did get the presentation done, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think y'all are going to be like, hey, that's kind of sick. At least I hope so. We'll see. On tonight's episode of Ryan Shits Live, absolutely, yeah, that's the new working title for the stream. That's all I'm doing from here on out until I get banned, which won't take long. Twitch, there's a lot of shit you can't do on Twitch. You literally can't shit on Twitch, pretty much. Yeah, man, this is crazy. I never would have thought that I'd be doing much of anything for a whole year. And as you'll see looking at the presentation, like there's been a lot of other little things that I've done, you know, over the past however long, decade roughly, with the aim of starting like an actual consistent content creation sort of thing. But this is the one that stuck, and most of you have been here for all of that, and I really appreciate that. And tonight we're just gonna take a look at how the friggin' heck we got here. Okay? I'm gonna keep the music on and all that stuff. I'm actually gonna turn it down a little bit more because it looks like it's a little high. Okay. All right. Hey everybody. How about we get started here? Okay. Oh god, it's doing the thing. It's okay, we can leave this one. Hey! Alright. We get into position. Hey everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the thing. I have to switch apps really quick. Because I thought, here's a weird thing really quick before I get started. The Stream Deck doesn't have a thing for PowerPoints. Fuck is that, right? Got good old unified remote though, so we're good. Everybody, welcome to the presentation. Hello? Hello? Oh, fuck. Okay, fuck. Let me restart the app. It wouldn't be my stream if something wasn't a little bit broken. Hello? Oh, God. Oh god, oh no. I think I know what's going on though. Hang on. Oh wait, I gotta, oh no. Oh no. Hey, this actually works pretty well. Hang on. God, I script these. I script these and it still ends up scuffed. Okay. Huh? Oh, no. Ooh, eh? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Ugh, fuck. Hey, all right. App says, eat butts, Ryan. That's usually how things go. That's usually how things go here. Camera's gonna be a little stuttery. We're just gonna kind of deal with it. Hang on. Unless I have an idea. What's your deal, camera? How are you connected? You connected the way I think you are? Hang on, I'm gonna stop the camera. Whoop. Connected via USB? Yes? Okay, whatever. Zoom. Cool. Okay, that should fix something. Nope, not really. Okay, fuck it. Alright. Close that. Okay. We should be good now. Nope. Does that work? No? Come on! I just want to do the stream. Oh. Why does it just stop? This worked perfectly earlier when I was testing it. Oh, I think I know what it is. That's what it is. I clicked away from it. Okay. I forget. PowerPoint is old as shit. Okay. everybody. Welcome to the year in review for 2021, or as I would like to call it, it's been a year? It's been a fucking year? Are you kidding me? Is that real? 365 days of this? Of the memes and the stuff? And wow. Wow. Big deal. Big deal. You know? So let's take a look at what the plan is here. But you might have some opening concerns, okay? This isn't school. This sucks. Valid concern. Most streamers don't do fucking time, real, well, debatable. Yeah, time's a construct. So most streamers don't do PowerPoint presentations. I do sometimes. Not regularly, but sometimes. Next concern. Didn't ask. Fuck you. You can leave. I thought this was going to be a fun stream. It is if you'll just wait a second. It'll all be good. I don't want to learn. I just want you to make the funny. All right, so we can check that off the list. What's the next one? Oh, wait. No. Win video games. Like Thursday, probably. Will you at least tell us a joke? Joe Biden. I don't know. I don't... Donald Trump. I don't know, man. Capitalism. There we go. That's a good one. All right. What games you got on your phone? Okay, what's the plan though? What are we actually doing here? What's the deal with this fucking presentation? Why am I in high school again? Okay, so we're gonna answer some questions. Why Bo Jiden? Why streaming and content creation? We're gonna go over how I got started streaming, which is a majority of this presentation, because it starts a good long while ago, actually. We're gonna talk about some not fun stuff that I learned along the way, but we're also going to talk about some fun stuff that I learned along the way. We also got a little thing to do at the end, because the future's uncertain. I don't know what this stream looks like a year from now. But there's some stuff I want to do. There's some really important stuff that I want to do for the future of this stream. And we'll just see where we land with that. And the last part, of course, is cry. There's gonna be tears. Fucking prepare for that. Unless I get through it, without any tears, which is not likely, but we will see. Okay. So why listen to me? That's the big question. Who are you, Ryan? Who the frick? Well, you should listen to me because I'm niche internet micro celebrity Ryan Derry. Look at my face. Yeah. That's why you should listen to me. I'm here, Father Zed. Hey. Yeah, Hank did this meme. Hank hit me. One day I hopped into one of Hank's TikTok lives and he's like, is that niche internet micro celebrity Ryan Derry? And I was like, I'm keeping that. That's mine, dude. That's so good. Come on, how can I not keep that? Jesus Christ. Okay. So why streaming though? Why streaming? I could have done anything. I could have done fucking I could have probably done stuff like music. I could have done porn. I could have been on OnlyFans. Shit, who knows? I'm thick. We can make it work. But why streaming? Who streaming? When streaming? How streaming? Because it is and it remains a challenge. It's fucking crazy, honestly. What streaming? What's the other one? Isn't there another word? There's who, what, why, when, where. I think we've got some of them. Anyways, why streaming? Because it is and remains a challenge. The next one, super important. I fucking wanted to. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't want to. And it's been really fucking dope. It's been really dope. It's been surprisingly wild and a good time. Next one. I've wanted to entertain since I was a kid. I was the stupid little let's see. Who, what, when, where, and how. Gotcha. I can never remember these things. Those seem like childhood learnings that I should probably remember, right? But yeah, I've wanted to entertain since I was a kid. And one thing I thought of when I was writing some of this stuff is like, I've always been like a main character kind of dude. Y'all can probably get that from the stream because I never shut the fuck up. But like one big part of it is my parents got me this little toy microphone and like toy guitar set, and they had to take it away from me because I wouldn't stop like performing songs and shit that I liked. Not well, of course. It's like 6 or 7, but you know, my heart was in it. But the other thing is, what helped me get started and what gave me kind of a leg up? Because I don't feel like I started where everybody can start. Because like, I had the hardware already. I've done some of the stuff in the past. Some content creation. What kind of made me special? What made this past year like go easier? I've worked in IT for years now, so PC stuff isn't a problem. Like if something goes wrong with my computer, one, we're probably gonna fix it on stream because literally everything is content, and also it's all a learning experience, you know? So PC stuff isn't a problem. Something breaks, I will fix it. I've done a lot of audio video stuff. When I opened up OBS and saw the audio meters and stuff, I was like, oh, I know where my butter zone is. Gotta keep it in the yellow if I can. All that sort of stuff. I've got tons of entertainers in my family. It's literally in my blood. I know most of this is like really self-centered shit to say, but like y'all been watching me for a year. You probably picked it up on. I'm a little bit. I have a pretty decent value of myself. I don't know. I know stuff. I know what helps me go. And this is like the most awkward part of this whole presentation. Okay. So how streaming? How did I get started? You see this shit, you're probably getting sort of a clue already. Look at that baby. Look at that small man. Little tiny, shaven, aerodynamic baby boy. So I lived with my parents at the time. This was ages ago. In particular, we'll just need to go back a bit further than last year to show how I got started streaming. Because I've always wanted to do content creation since I was like a late teen, pretty much, and probably earlier because of the whole entertaining thing. But like this was kind of big. I wanted to do the fucking content creation thing. I've known you for almost 15 years. I remember when you looked like that. I know. Not everybody does though, but you're gonna learn tonight. Is it time for the frickin' sweet cast? Funny you should mention that. We need to go back a bit further than last year to show how I got started streaming. It started with 2 YouTube videos from 2013 about Sonic the Hedgehog on the Sega Dreamcast called freaking Sweetcast. We all wanted to do content creation. Oh hell yeah, absolutely. We've always had ideas and stuff that we've thrown around. A lot of us are still working on that shit, myself included. It's just fucking, bro, this last year I've learned a lot. It's been wild, and I get to share that with y'all through this presentation. Yeah, let's do it. Here is one of them. I'm going to step off to the side for a minute, and I'm gonna let y'all experience some of this, and I'm gonna watch along too. Okay? So we're not gonna watch the whole thing because it's like 13 fucking minutes long, and I love y'all too much to subject you to tiny baby me for that long. Okay, let's hit it.
What's up, YouTube? It's not 3 a.m. and it's time to make another video, another freaking Sweetcast video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sonic Adventure 2 because it's freaking great. Yeah, stay tuned. Here comes the intro.
Bestie alert. All right.
Like I said, we're going to be playing Sonic Adventure 2
To
today.
kind of age this a bit, look at that address up top, fucking bandicam.com.
2001, and it was the final Sonic the Hedgehog game released for the Sega Dreamcast. Let's see, yeah, new file. That way you guys can see how the story starts.
Story select.
But about the
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're on
game
route.
feel.
Everything's a go.
Yeah,
overall,
bandicam.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure, characters had a lot of weight to them.
That's a
And this one they took that all away. It has a similar
Y'all remember-
feel to Sonic 06, but not as broken.
Y'all remember that 10-minute video limit? I sure do.
Also, the black rings you see around certain sprites and the lens flares and all that, they don't appear on the actual Dreamcast. This is only because I'm using an emulator.
God, old Dreamcast emulation. Old.
I'm just gonna skip that little part there. And this level right here is just, it's iconic. I'm pretty sure they brought it back in Sonic 06. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments.
Okay, have we gotten our fill of this? I think we've gotten our fill of this. Okay. So that's kind of where I started. Hello, my fellow Chads. Care for a chili dog? Oh God, 100%. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Oh my God, I haven't had a good chili dog in ages. That'll be lit to have at some point. Near future, I'm thinking. God damn. All right, so more stuff about how streaming. So that was fairly lo-fi, to be generous, right? So I did a lot of deep digging to find some relics from the dark times, we'll call them, when that video was shot. That video was recorded at my parents' place. I didn't turn off my AC before I started filming, and it was filmed on an iPod Touch Nano 5G that was scotch taped to the desk in front of me, and that desk looked like this. This was my setup back in the day. This is what that video was filmed on, edited on. It was edited in Sony Vegas like 9 or some shit. It was ages ago. Let's see, a few things to point out about this image. Peep the Frank Zappa flag in red off to the side. I didn't even listen to Frank Zappa at the time. I just knew he was a weird dude, and somebody found that flag for me, and I was just like, I can be a fucking poser, so I did. The orange thing up there next to the monitor, the top monitor, is that's a copy of Good Burger on VHS. I don't know why the fuck it's there. I saw this desk in person. You probably saw me kick it off the steps too. This desk met a swift end at the end of my foot, like some 2 or 3 years. No, actually probably like a year or so after this was filmed. So yeah, this is what it was filmed on. This was the drum set that was right behind me. I've been a drummer for like years and years and years, and I never got dank pods good, but like I'm pretty okay. I'm pretty okay. I miss this drum set all the time, but thankfully a friend of mine picked it up ages ago, and I think he still has it. Last time I was in my hometown, I actually got to play this again for the first time in a while, complete with my Zildjian cymbals and everything. So this was pretty cool to have, and it was very noisy. My parents were very patient with me. You see where I get the I've always wanted to entertain thing. Look at me go. I keep just doing the thing. The other thing was the PC that I edited all of this on. This was an AMD Phenom 2 quad build, I think. I think it had the 810 in it, which was the cut down quad core. It was the worst version of the AMD Phenom processors that you could get. And I got it because it was cheap and I was broke. This computer ran initially an AMD or ATI HD 4670, later to be replaced by an EVGA GTX 295. I don't have notes for this shit, by the way. I'm just remembering it, so you just give me a second. And it ran on a GTX 295 for a while until that card ate itself. And that case is the NZXT M59, a solid case, very much a product of its time. Next picky, Ryan the Master Rememberer. You know what? I feel like I wish I was a savant. I could deal with remembering everything in painstaking detail, but this is gonna have to do. This is the NZXT Phantom case that I got like a year or so later, after that desk of mine was sent down the stairs to crumble in pieces the second it hit the ground. This computer had a Phenom 2 Hexa, so 6 cores. Yep, the Phantom. You know it. You know it. It was one of my favorite computers I ever built. And this was the 1100T processor with the Thuban cores, unlocked multiplier and all that. You can actually see the box off to the left of it next to that red thing. It's just kind of chilling there. But that was one of my favorite computers I've ever had. And God, I kept that case until early 2020 and I sold it to somebody. So that case lives on somewhere. Who knows? Next. Oh, right. Hang on. That actually needs a little bit of forward here. So about this time when I built this computer, I was kind of at a point where I just needed to leave my hometown. And I had been thinking about college for ages. So I was like, hey, I guess I'm going to move out, Mom and Dad, who took it very well, we'll say. They didn't. Both of them cried. And your little boy left home. That was like late 2015, I want to say. So me and 3 other friends got an apartment over here in Tallahassee, and I started going to college. Now, my first day after the first night in this apartment looked like this. Take a moment to take this in, and you could probably see all the things that are wrong with how I... with how unprepared I was for pretty much everything. So peep that sheet real quick. It didn't come like that. I went to Walmart that night, broke as shit, and I bought the worst sheet set they had. But I bought it in a full because I didn't know that our beds were actually a queen. So I just fit it on there and I made it fucking work. The other thing is, you see that blanket looking thing? Those aren't blankets. Those are blackout curtains that I brought with me because I thought I was going to use them as blackout curtains. Turns out my dumbass forgot to pack a blanket or buy a blanket, so I slept with curtains for like a week and a half. Yeah. But that's all cool and all. Here's the other side of the room. Notice the computer sitting down there in this blurry ass picture. And to really date this photo, you see Steam Train on the TV. That was a 42-inch plasma, it was some Panasonic TV. It was a badass TV. Doubled as a fucking space heater, by the way. Plasma TVs are hot as shit. I remember that apartment well. Many a drunken Cards Against Humanity were had. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was a constant thing. Y'all remember when Cards Against Humanity was relevant? When it was not a dead meme? And it very much is a dead meme now, unfortunately. But there's tons of spin-offs, and they're still fun. This was the other side of the room. There's not a whole lot to say about it. I had the same computer for ages and ages and ages. And this was where I was living. Now, on the other side of the room, there's a special little secret tunnel in the closet. So this was my closet / voice acting studio type of thing. So here's more of baby me. in my closet with a microphone just kind of dangling by its USB cable, hanging from the wire rack in the closet. Surrounded by clothes, so there's plenty of sound dampening, and I started doing little voice acting roles constantly. This is where it ties back into content creation and how I got started streaming. The rest of it was just bullshit that I'm bringing you along for. It's okay. So, voice acting, I did that quite a bit on and off. Because I really wanted it to work. I really wanted to be a voice actor. I really want to be some kind of like entertainer. And that did not work out super well. Voice 123 casting call can only carry you so far. So the next part, I also did Xbox 360 modding for people, like all the time. I got pretty familiar with that, and it was a time, that's for sure. Lots of dusty cleanups and shit. Found quite a few blunts and shit stuck in vents and things of the sort. So I did like disc patching and shit like that with Jungle Flasher so people could play backups. Fucking X360 fucking mod chips suck dick. I never actually did mod chips. I mostly just did the drive flashing and like the shroud mod to help cool them. I really didn't want to fuck with the mod chips because I had read a lot on them at the time. The executor stuff was probably tip top, but it sucked. They were so annoying to work with, and they were so finicky too. So I also did this a lot, but you might wonder, I moved to a new town. How did I have any of those connections to be picking up consoles from people? Well, I took a shitty little job at an electronics place. I literally went to Walmart one day and on my way out noticed an electronics shop that was directly across from Walmart. So I stopped in, and I didn't have a job at the time. I moved out not knowing what I was going to do for work. I had hunted around a few places, but like nothing really conclusive. So I walk into the place, and I'm just like, hey, are y'all hiring for techs? Do y'all need any help or anything like that? And it just so happens I was talking to the store owner. I love the Xbox 360. It was a solid console. I was talking to the store owner, little did I know, and he hands me an application. He's like, yeah, man, just fill that out, bring it on back, and we'll see what we can do. Super cool, right? So I spent a lot of my days after I got hired in front of this table, reinstalling Windows 7 for people, backing up data, and doing all sorts of early entry-level IT stuff that I got to do my way, and I got pretty good at the stuff. Here's another little factoid. Do you see that third laptop? Yeah, I can't point to it because the field of view isn't wide enough here. But do you see that third laptop with the Fujitsu screen on it? I actually bought that laptop from the store owner, and I used it to take myself through... Actually, no, it took me through the entirety of my very short time in college. And we'll get there in just a few minutes. But, you know, you would think doing the Xbox 360 modding, working a job, and also doing the little voice acting thing on the side would provide me a pretty good living. Nope, I actually ended up eating shit like this most of the time. Let me break this down for you because there's a lot to unpack here. Those are mashed potato puffs, which, wildly enough, they take some of the food out of to make the smiley face. So that's not great. And that's also 5 whole chicken nuggets. 5 potato smiles. Hell yeah. Yup. It hurts, doesn't it? Potato smiles. Yup. There was a place right next to the electronics shop that was kind of like a little, it was like a little discount food sort of place, and they had a whole ton of frozen stuff, and this was one of the things that they had constantly. So I would step over there, $1 a piece, grab a whole ton of these. That was lunch, pretty much. They're so good, though. Extra fucking crispy. Oh, yeah, if you don't make them in the microwave like I unfortunately did for a while. Took me a while to get a little air fryer. That was like 2015 was like right on the edge of the air fryer craze, I want to say. Yeah, they were dry. They were bad. So the Xbox 360 thing, to kind of step back to that for a second, while I was working at that shop, I could do work on the side. The store owner was just like, you can do work on the side, but like it has to be separate from the business, which is kind of a crooked thing to do, but like also respect, because without him, I wouldn't have been able to eat these fucking delicious things, right? So come on, saving the day, really. So how I went about doing this is people would bring in consoles and they'd be like, hey, do y'all fix consoles? I was just like, no, we don't. But actually, hey, do you mind if I step outside and ask you about, your console and stuff like that? And I'd be like, hi, me as an individual, I fix consoles and I also modify consoles if you're interested. And that's how I ended up taking, some of these home. I just had to be weird about it. So then the other thing is, I had another way of making money, which was not as kosher. So this in here, this was a freezer, or it used to be, and it was our storage room at the electronics shop. Before I started, there was no light or anything in here. We would actually have we had a couple flashlights next to the freezer door that we would go into the storage area with, and we would just hunt around for whatever we needed. And I put up these LED strips in there, and that made a world of difference. But this place had a whole ton of older vintage hardware, and sometimes things would kind of just, disappear a little bit. But also, I would buy stuff from the store owner knowing that we would never use it, and I would part it out on eBay. And that's where a good portion of my money came from. Because Lord knows, that guy wasn't paying me shit. He was barely paying me like what you would be. He was barely paying me minimum wage, pretty much. And he always made sure to keep me working fewer than a full 40 hours so he didn't have to get me benefits. I didn't have health insurance or anything like that for a very long time. I made just enough to cover rent and my car payment, and that was about it. So that's how I got to Tallahassee and everything. That's how I got, in this town and sort of like put shit together. And that's me at the electronics shop, still a baby, still trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my hair. It would be a very long journey, and it's only now that I've mostly figured it out after my hairline starts to recede. But yeah, hey, lose some. Okay, that's cool and all. But how, yeah. But like, that's cool and all, right? But the question we're still trying to answer is, how did we get from here to here to here? This is my tool belt, by the way. It's me with a shit ton of stuff just like crammed down my pants, and I called it my tool belt. So suffice it to say, I was going many places. College probably wasn't going to be one of them. To here, which was my my fucking Steam avatar for ages and ages and ages. I was a very edgy little boy. To here, which is one of that shit still makes me fucking giggle. Look at my dumbass face. Who is that? What the fuck? To here, which was a picture that I used for like a fucking voice acting portfolio type of thing, and I put it on a lot of resumes. That was kind of a hit with people. Hey, also take note, I used to have eyebrows back then. I don't really have eyebrows anymore, and I don't know who stole them. I'm still trying to figure that puzzle out. But how did we also get to here with the stupid beard, just stroking out on camera, to here, getting closer, to here with the snap camera, to here, just last week. How did we get here? Well, there are 3 steps to success, and they will be the same for everyone. Who stole my eyebrows? That's a question I'm still trying to answer. Step 1, ass. Step 2, ass. Step 3, ass. Close. 3 steps to success. They will be exactly the same for everyone. If you do what I do, you will be successful. Step 1, buy a Wii U kiosk. All right. Step 2, build a dope-ass streaming PC. This is actually still the PC that I use today. Same monitor, same components, same everything. It is a Dark Flash Micro X ATX chassis with a what is it? It's a ViewSonic XG Gaming Series monitor bolted to the side of it, and it's got a handle on top. This was actually designed to be a LAN rig back in the day. The XG2402. Thank you, Zed. It was actually Zed's monitor, but I traded some stuff to him for it because he's a bestie and he gets me a good deal every time. The day Ryan gets his eyebrows back, he achieves apotheosis. Apotheosis. Ask me how I know, bitch. But yeah, step 2, have a dope streaming PC. Step 3, figure out OBS. That's the hardest part, honestly. Fucking Lord knows I didn't figure it out for a very long time. And I mostly had, no, I used Streamlabs OBS for a long time, rather unfortunately, because figuring out OBS was probably the best thing I ever did for this stream. Because Lord knows, Slobs wasn't going to carry me much further, and also, Streamlabs is a bunch of fucking thieves anyway. So, you know. So, this literally isn't even my final form, okay? Now, at this point in my life, we're in Tallahassee, we're still passionate about content creation, but we haven't found anything that works. At some point, I moved out of one apartment into another, spent an entire year stupid fucking depressed, and I didn't make anything, except for a few little gadgets I have lying around here somewhere. Then I moved into another place, which is where the Wii U kiosk comes in. Okay, my first 2 streams ever were on the Twitch mobile app. And if that's how you start out streaming, I highly encourage you to just do that. Just go live, get, I think you can get Stream Elements and you can add in like a couple browser sources with a few things. Maybe try Lightstream, something like that too. Ooh, Restream is really good. Definitely try Restream because that's what I use even now. Obviously, since we have people from YouTube and everywhere just coming on in. But if that's how you start streaming, I highly recommend you do it. Just do something. Just start doing stuff. Trust me, it gets way, way easier if you just start and just kind of suck at it first. That's kind of how I figured it out over the past year. But this literally isn't even my final form. Because I moved into this house that I'm in now, and I had all the space in the world to do whatever I wanted to do. I used the Xbox Twitch app because I was broke as fuck and didn't have a capture card. That works too. That shit always works. I actually forgot that the Twitch app had that built in. That's really dope. Good integration. But I moved into this house, and I had like 2 extra rooms that I had never had before. And I decided one was going to be... Oh, God, I'm gassy. Hang on. Nope. Okay, no more burps. Great. I moved into one of the rooms, and I was like, this is going to be my streaming room. So I set up this. And initially, this was going to be my streaming and media room. It did not work out like that. And thank God it didn't. Look at it. How is that going to work? Not that desk. Big sad. I rolled this desk down a treadmill to get it in the house when I moved in. Shout out to U-Haul Van Adventures. True. This desk sucks, but right now it holds up my TV in my bedroom, and I will take it. It has a very simple job to do now. But initially it was going to be my streaming PC with a light and then a light behind me, because I thought that's all it really took. Which is more than just a little bit silly. So then, MK2, for a second I thought that computer was a CRT. Oh God, what if? What if? I did do that one CRT stream. I still have the gateway monitor that Zed gave me. So we can do some shit with that at some point too. So Mark II kind of was this, or it was going to be this. If it was a CRT, that's total Chad energy, big Chad energy. God, can you imagine hearing the whee when that shit runs for the whole stream? Okay, MK2 was the same streaming PC, but now I'm starting to get it together, right? All right, I've got the Yeti above the screen because I figured that was going to work out well. It wasn't going to. And I had Spectra off to the side where I was going to hook it up into a capture card, except I didn't have a capture card. And also, there is no way that that light was ever going to be enough. So, along came the same picture. I forgot to fix this earlier. Let me have this. This was my webcam at the time. If I remember right, it's the Logitech QuickCam Pro. It was one of the ones with the Carl Zeiss lens that I thought was a big deal, except it wasn't. And if you remember, this is what my streams looked like for a little bit until I started using something else. Now, this, we're getting a little closer to something we can actually work with. If you remember, I used to stream under the name Tech Geekify until I changed to Ryandary. For reasons that are obvious, Tech Geekify is not fun to say, and it doesn't make a great brand. It's less me and more what I do, which, nah, pass. And this was going to be my setup for a while, except this isn't what I ended up going with. I ended up going with this, and this was my streaming setup for a very long time. If you watched my Super Mario Star Road playthrough, that was recorded on this setup. If it was a CRT that... Oh, wait, shit. You already said that. I'm sorry. I thought I saw the chat move, so I was like... but this is what I streamed on for a very long time. Take a look at that webcam up there. Yee. That is a Galaxy S7 that I still use from time to time for little things. Note at the bottom right, my shitty little key light that sucks ass. Redeem Yeet. Yes, that was the meme. That meme carried Mario 64 Star Road for a good long while. But the first two streams I ever did were building my computer, building Spectra, which was a really, really crazy undertaking for me to think that I was capable of at the time. My first two serious streams was me remotely controlling my scenes from another room with a camera strapped to my chest, just kind of making it work, building a computer. I highly encourage you to do something way fucking simpler. Oh God, Ronald Baker, you fucking cringe lord. Hang on, let me get that bot out of here. I don't want that shit in my house. Block user on YouTube. Yeah. Can't have shit in Detroit. Can't even have vom.red in Detroit. It's another reason I don't have chat up right now. Plus, I'm going to cut this up and shorten it later. Keep in mind, when he was doing this, I kept asking him, uh-oh. Why? Yeah. Good point. Good question, too. Why are you doing this to yourself? It's true. I was showing off how I was doing some of the stuff to Zed, and he was like, "Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? That seems like a bit much." And he was right. There were better ways. Absolutely. I wouldn't figure them out for a very long time, and I'm still kind of working on it. I remember it was extremely convoluted. It so was, and it broke like all the time. It's surprising to me that we actually finished that build and the footage was usable to an extent afterwards. Love him, wouldn't take him for the world, but my guy, yeah, it was rough. It was rough. It kind of worked, but it was rough. This was the streaming setup that kind of resulted from that. This was like a more perfected version of that. Note that I actually have a camera arm. I have the extra webcam up there in case the S7 ever goes dead, which it frequently did. Droid cam used to be very, very heavy, and there was a cat cam. The S7, once I replaced it with this phone here, actually the Nexus 6P for a good while, it became the cat cam, and I would poke it through the blinds on a tripod leaned up against the window, and there was a little area of the porch that I kept cleaned off and everything for the cats, and I would just feed cats and keep bowls and shit there, and quite a few times it's ended up producing some really good memes, and I kind of want to bring it back, but the way the stream works now, I don't have the screen real estate for it. So that sucks, but maybe I'll do like a throwback series at some point when we can bring back the cat cam. It'd be pretty nice. Ryan demands at least 3 levels of unnecessary convolution for his sadomasochism. You're kind of right. I kind of get off on making shit really complicated. It's kind of my brand. Sadomasochism is unsatisfied. Mostly, yeah, most of the time. The next part... Oh, are we broke? We are broke. Hang on. Let me click back over to this. Yeah. Okay. And this is a zoomed out version of that same picture. And there is Spectra over here, the big computer off to the right. And that is the computer that I built on stream. And it was a massive undertaking, as we've just talked about. But it turned out really well, and the lights from Spectra actually worked as a pretty decent little key light too. I noticed that like my footage wouldn't look quite right unless I turned on Spectra, so I kept that for a good long while. And here is the rest of the view. I didn't have a green screen for a very long time, and it was kind of just 2 lights, 2 floor lights, making kind of like a color gradient that I could change per episode, and I frequently did for no good fucking reason. I didn't really need to do that. But this was my setup, and this is what I played the entirety of Star Road on, and a few other games too. This was my go-to for a good long while, and it served me well. It was a pretty good setup. I would definitely do it this way. I would do this exactly the same way again if I were to start over, hands down. But at some point, I got rid of that desk, and I got another one, and it's the same one that I still use to this day. That is the IKEA Bekant, B-E-K-A-N-T, sit-stand desk. It's got like an electrical raise-lower thing going on. When I get to building computers, I'm probably gonna conscript someone to help control the stream. You should. You should. Honestly, like, running the stream single-handed has been kind of a bitch, but it's kind of been really fun to figure out how to make everything work. Definitely worth looking at having somebody run the stream though. So the next part was I took this desk, got my green screen and everything. Things are starting to evolve. You see the camera hanging up above the computer at this point so it can track the green screen. And I would do like standing streams. I would kind of like move around on camera, bring it around town, you know? Don't recommend it. It's rough on the knees, boy. And then I got a lighting upgrade. Notice I was still using that one light, just the one, and I was using it with a green screen. I didn't even properly light the green screen. I just kind of made it work. Not well, but I kind of just made it work. Then I got a lighting upgrade in the form of 2 more IKEA lamps. I think those are the Tektion ones, Tektion. They're like $15 each. Highly recommend getting a couple of those and picking up a couple of RGB bulbs. I use TP-Link Casa bulbs. They are really, really good. I still use those to this day, except I have 4 of them in front of me lighting me and the green screen now. So that's a thing. If you're looking for for a way to get set up on the cheap, that's the way to do it. This is what it looked like in the area where I sat. Not a whole lot changed for a long time. At one point I decided to get rid of the green screen for a little bit, and I quickly brought it back because that format did not work at all. And this was the entirety of the stream room before I moved it. So let's take a second to kind of tour this around. So we still have like Spectra over here with my modem on top of it. Over here is the streaming PC with the lighting setup and all that stuff. The desk, of course. Straight across from us is the project table that had the monitors and stuff. If you'll remember, we did a lot of projects on that one table. A lot of projects. I have my green screen and my sound dampening curtain set up as a curtain, pretty much the same way I still have it set up here in this room. Well, sort of, except the green screen that I used to have is right here, and it's on one curtain, and the other one is on the sound dampening blanket thing. Is still over there. Some are still unfinished. Are they? The multimeter got finished. I remember pointing that out a while back. The terrarium, everything in it died. I actually got some incompatible plants. It turns out they don't like each other, and they also all prefer different waters. They all prefer different levels of watering and light. And I gave it all the same. And I killed every plant in there. Whoops. The cassette player, that Marantz cassette player, that thing was way more fucked than I thought it was, actually. Multimeter was my second time watching stream. That's right. I remember the first time. It was the Hitman 2 stream. I was in that little neighborhood area. You bought a... Shout out to Hank. He bought a shirt on the first stream. He hopped over to a merch store and he saw the blue screen of farting t-shirt and he was like, yeah, it made me laugh, so I bought it. And I'm just like, shit, fair. The Nakamichi and the Laserdisc player. Okay, so the Laserdisc player is getting shot out of a cannon into the fucking sun. To fix that, I have to buy a new laser mech for it, which costs about $140, which ain't worth it. Hunting for the Nakamichi deck was ridiculous. I believe it. Zed actually bought me that Nakamichi deck, and it does have to get finished. I have to get some belts for it. I tried to make the bets that I have fit on it, and it won't work. So I have to order the actual kit for the Nakamichi deck, which is doable. It just costs money. So look forward to having that done at some point in the future. It is definitely still on the radar. It's just other things have come up since then. So the project table, of course, like I said, where all the projects and stuff got done. The workbench over there in the corner is where we built the RGB shredder, which I still have and I still use almost daily when I get junk mail. It's still got the RGB lights in it. I still keep the RGB powered up because it's really funny. The first stream was the Clear DS Lite repair prior to being sent to its winner. Yeah, and the winner was That's My Coffee Mug on YouTube, I think. Yeah, I was streaming on YouTube like exclusively at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Do y'all remember? Okay, so if you remember that, do you remember the DS Lite stream that I did when I checked out? I went to the bathroom and put it on idle, and then I came back and worked on the DS, thinking the whole time I'm live and I'm streaming, but I left it on idle for like 2 fucking hours. And when I took it off, and I was so flabbergasted, Cody is still there. He's just like, yeah, I was checking to see if you fell in. Man was just chilling for 2 hours like, he'll be back eventually. This is a long poop, but shit. I ate that one. That was fucking terrible. I still think about that all the time. Whenever I come back and I think I've taken it off idle, I'll check a couple times just to make sure. Oh man, I fucking hated that. And it was on idle forever. Yeah, it was like 2 hours. It was on idle for like 2 fucking hours. And it just stayed there. This was the stream room before it got moved. And it did get moved to in here. Now this was a slightly older picture, but I'm standing in front of the desk. I'm like 6 to 7 feet away from it, and the green screen is right here behind me, the big ass green screen. And Zed came over and helped me move the desk and everything. Huge shout out to my boy. And everything's been cable managed now. It looks nice, except for the VCRs that need to be taken off my desk. And I also have the project table in here right next to it now. It doesn't show up in the picture, but you know, that line that you see hanging up there is where the green screen and the sound dampener are chilling. Appreciate you, Zed. Appreciate you. But this right here is pretty much my final form, if I'm not mistaken. This right here, ignore the artifacting. It's a heavily edited picture that I made for a friend who didn't like the color blue that I used. I really like this picture of the space because it has that chaotic 90s anime aesthetic. Like, clearly somebody lives here and it's a cluttered space. It has that sort of look to it, and I really like this picture of the space. It also kind of encapsulates the kind of person that I am. Chaotic as shit, and like weirdly disorganized, but I still know where all my shit is. Just make it even more blue. Fuck it! Fuck it! Blue, purple, pink, who gives a shit? Fuck around with the sliders, make it work, you know? But this, as of right now, is my final form. And it's a big portion of how I got into streaming. The whole thing, the whole presentation up to this point, is how I got into streaming. That should pretty much cover it. That's how I got here. And in no small thanks to you, chat, because you guys have been here the whole fucking time. It's been a year. It's been a year. We're still hanging out. It's great. And then charge like 500. Hang on. And then charge like $64 for it because it's fucking blue. Yeah, yeah. It's my first NFT. Here it is. No. All right. Let's pace ourselves for a second. Let's pace ourselves for a second. No idea when I'm going to be in Florida again, but goddamn, I got to come see you sometime, my guy. It's been too long. I might be pretty high and sentimental right now. I wish I was high. I took my last edible last night to sleep. And I'm hyped as fuck. I'm having trouble being as sentimental as I want to be, and that's because I've been editing this video and putting together the presentation and stuff for a couple weeks now, and man, I have fucking cried like at every little moment and stuff that we've all shared together. Like looking through some of the old Star Road videos, that past Ryan had no idea where this was going. And we really ended up doing some really cool shit, chat. We really did. Like I'm at... The big thing that I can't get over is y'all could have been anywhere for the past year. Could have been anywhere doing anything, but between the hours of like 7 to like 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, you chose to come hang out with me, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. And damn, my brain says cry, but the rest of my body is just like hype, 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 hype. I don't know what it is. I must be just kind of like shorted out at this point. Editing the videos has been pretty rough. Like just scrubbing past certain moments and stuff like that. It's gonna be a lot, chat. Appreciate y'all very much. We're not done yet. Because now we have to go through the not fun stuff. This is the not fun stuff that I've learned over the past year. These aren't particularly brutal truths or anything. These are just some things that kind of help to know. And a lot of you probably already know. I just want to be super supportive of my friend. And I appreciate that, Cody. Hell yeah, dude. You're a day one. Easy. Everybody here pretty much is a day one. The entirety of this past year has been day one, and you'll see what I mean. I've had that conversation. I love and support you very much, and I'm genuinely proud of you overcoming what you've been restricted by. Yeah. Ah. Fuck. Thank you, Zed. Thank you, Cody. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you, everybody. So here are some not great things that you will probably learn streaming over your first year. Only want to see you achieve those dreams, and we're going to. 100% we're going to. There are some things over the next few slides that'll kind of speak to that. So, and this is also kind of done through the lens of TikTok alongside streaming, because TikTok is where, you know, a lot of people have followed me over from. It's where I actually make the content that goes kind of hard. Like an idea will hit me and I'll just be like, oh, that's a meme. That's a meme. I got to do that. And streaming is the rest of my brain power. I'm always thinking about that shit. But, okay. So the not fun things that you'll probably learn over the first year. And if by bringing these to your attention before you get started, it might save you some trouble, or at least a little bit of heartache and, you know, thinking on stuff. Virality does not equal immediate fame and success. Virality, if anything, should probably be your enemy to an extent. You're one of my oldest friends, easily the oldest I really keep contact with in any form. I'm 2 states away, but I'm going to be here to support you, my guy. Thank you, Malachi. Thank you so much, dude. I remember remember going to school and shit, and just like we were them boys for a long fucking time. Still are. So when you come to Florida, dude, let's go do some shit. Well, let's get out of the house, go do some shit. Let's do a weed. I've already spoken to Zed about doing a Bollywood movie night. I would love to have everybody like together, and we can just get super high and watch Bollywood movies. I'd be super into that. That'd be a pretty cool way to cap off the past year. So if at some point y'all want to plan that and do that, let's fucking get it. Virality does not equal immediate fame and success. Like I said, virality should probably be one of your worst enemies. If you made a few videos, maybe on TikTok, maybe YouTube, and you blew up overnight, on YouTube, that might be okay. On a platform like TikTok or on like Twitch, where you get a ton of followers out of nowhere, there's a good chance that you gain 200 followers or so, and you will see 2 of them for the rest of your journey, pretty much. So virality does not equal immediate fame and success. It can be a boost. It can really light a fire under your ass and be like, damn, that's really cool that 200 extra people just kind of checked in overnight. It's really cool. It's happened to me a couple times. It's really cool. But it did not bring more than like 1 or 2 people who I keep up with and who keep up with me and my content and stuff. So be mindful of that if you blow up. There's no streaming platform that does it all and does it well. Twitch has got a lot of problems. YouTube has quite a few problems as well, but they're getting better. Ludwig is actually doing quite a bit with YouTube's streaming team to build in different features and stuff. Like making chat buffer is a new one, but he's offering it in an extension or something like that. I'll get into that at some point in the future. I'm prone to doing a mystery science theater on like any movie I watch while high. I'm so down for Bollywood. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. The thing I love about Bollywood is like everyone, like the cast, the production team, and everybody is clearly having such a good fucking time while making those movies. It's so wild. They're in on the meme. They know a lot of those movies are shit posts, and it's great. It's super cool. But Twitch has problems. YouTube has problems. Trovo is barely on anybody's radar, and Twitter's live streaming isn't really that accessible. I didn't really know you could stream to Twitter like live for a good long while. I noticed it on Restream one night, and I was like, nah, turn that on. Why not? Right? Next one. Number of followers isn't important, but you still have to pull followers in. I have 100 followers right now. There are... Let's see if Twitch chat will lie to me again, actually. Who do we got in here? Who do we got in here? I am showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Not counting bots and assorted accounts that I don't recognize. Names I do recognize and stuff. So that's 6 people out of 100. Yeah, Twitch logs 3. Yeah, it's nuts. So yeah, your number of followers isn't really important, but you still have to pull those followers in, both by getting them to follow and also keeping them engaged. I haven't done a perfect job of that, and that might speak to, you know, why there aren't 50 or so people in here. It happens for people, and that's totally cool. I'm really happy with those people. We're actually going to see some of them in just a little bit, because I have some people I want to give a special thanks to. You were one of my first true friends when I moved to buttfuck nowhere, Florida from Atlanta, and I'll always treasure that. Me too, dude. Absolutely. Fucking that place didn't have a whole lot for friends either. So I'm really glad we ran into each other, and I'm glad we hit it off, man. It's been one hell of a ride. We're getting fucking old, but not a whole lot has changed. We've both really grown as people, and it's been cool to watch. It's been cool to watch not only myself, my friends grow up and just become really solid people. I genuinely, like, full credit to everybody. Like, you've all done a fucking wonderful work, and you've grown up to be great people. And I fucking love y'all. Straight up. And my brain is still just like, bro, why ain't you crying? And I'm like, I don't know. Ah! Oh, God. Even though the number of followers isn't important, you should still be memorizing names. You should still be checking out their content and stuff when they follow you. You should still be making sure that they're also compatible with your community. That's a big one. I had somebody follow me for a long time, and then they hopped in my chat one night and started straight up just saying turf shit. Which, if you don't know, this is not a turf compatible channel. I don't fuck with turfs. J.K. Rowling can get hit by a bus tomorrow, and that'll just be what it is. I'll be like, whoop, one less turf in the world. That's so sad. All right, moving on. Oh no, I clicked away again. Fuck. Boop. There we go. What? Oh, what the fuck? Hello? Oh, okay. That's weird. Oh, I can black the screen out. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Streaming can be expensive, financially, mentally, and even physically. So let's go over those real quick. Financially, I've spent a lot of money on this stream. Mostly in the form of credit and like little petty loans and stuff taken out. But I also work my 40-hour-a-week job that pays for all this stuff. And it's been really cool to have that privilege to be able to just make all this stuff happen. But I could still do about as much as I already do, just not as easily, without half the stuff that I have. Easily. You don't have to have a whole lot to start streaming. You saw what I started with. I had the crappy little key light and the webcam that sort of worked. Had a blanket for my background for the longest time. I made it work, and now we're here. And the only reason, and I do not recommend you go out when you start streaming and start spending tons of money on your stream. Don't do it. Wait until you're at the point where I was like 6 months ago, where I was like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do for however long I can do it. And at that point, I was cool with taking out loans on equipment. I was cool with dropping credit on the PC panel that I got. That has The first time I used that PC panel, dude, it was so worth the $100 asking price. Easily. Get yourself a little tripod, get yourself a new microphone, a new webcam, all that sort of stuff. Once you know you want to do it and you're in a spot where you know you can appropriately utilize it, spend the money on it. Absolutely, especially if you can do it on credit. I don't recommend getting in over your head like I've been a couple times, but like you can probably do it kind of comfortably, but it does get expensive. Everything's cool though. The big thing is though, it can be expensive mentally. I got ADHD and I'm not medicated yet, and I'm probably not going to be for a little while longer. When I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about streaming. I'm thinking about content. I'm thinking about what I can make for a TikTok. I'm going through moments per day, just going like, is there like a funny little meme in here? I think this would be a funny little meme. I've only bought stuff I can use even if I don't stream. Totally recommend doing that shit too. Get your quality of life stuff. Absolutely. The more creature comforts you have when you're going to be doing streaming, or even if you're not going to be doing streaming, just do it. Life is short. You got to live it. Mentally though, I'm always thinking about what I can do for a TikTok. I'm always thinking what's going to be the next stream. I'm always thinking about the stuff that I still need to finish for the next stream. It is extremely mentally exhausting. And I work in IT. I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend going hard on streaming and content creation alongside working a job like IT. Harbinger does it or has done it for a very long time, and I saw kind of the toll it can take on a person, especially not only in the mirror but like watching some of the streamers that I really like and care about. And Harbinger is definitely one of them. I have a few other acquaintances that I've met through streaming who also stream, and they do like pretty high demand work alongside streaming. I don't recommend it. And if you do decide to stream, do it very little. Do your self-care. I've even got to like what was it? What was the last stream I did? Saturday I was actually out of town. I was at IKEA. Speaking of IKEA and being mentally taxing, I made a TikTok at IKEA that blew the fuck up. Zed's like, I made him. He did. They brought up IKEA, and it was honestly, fate was sealed from that moment. But Zed was pretty adamant. Like, you got to go to IKEA. I'm like, I know, I got to go to IKEA. IKEA is lit. If you haven't been, I highly recommend going. When you do go, set aside like 3 to 4 hours to just slowly make your way through and see everything. Otherwise, you're going to miss a ton of really cool shit. I do it most of the time. But also physically. The compound runs were really hard on my knees. Standing like this for a while is still kind of tough on my knees and feet because I'm heavier than I used to be. I'm probably... there it is. I'm probably the heaviest I've been in a while, and I'm working on it. Exercising isn't making it way easier because muscle weighs more than fat, so I'm just kind of like extra dense at the moment. So be mindful that it can be expensive financially, but like I said, unless you're like 6 months in and you're really sure that this is what you want to do, don't go into debt for streaming. Don't do it. Mentally, do whatever you can to take care of your self-care. The people who watch your content and the people who keep up with you, your friends, your family, and everybody, they will understand if you have to cancel a stream for the night. Cody, in particular, every time I've canceled a stream, he's always dropped a comment like, hey, man, take care of yourself, my guy. I'll see you Thursday, or I'll see you Tuesday, or whenever. And I appreciate that shit, too. Because I know some streamers who will like take the week off and be like, what the fuck did I sub for? And it's like, oh shit, it's still a human being, dude. They gotta rest. And physically, I could scream for ages about me just being in shit shape physically. That's kind of its own joke, but I'll spare you. You're gonna be busy 107% of the time. You really are. Like I say, you wake up, you start thinking about streaming. You wake up, you start thinking about content. You wake up, you're doing your job. you're sleeping. Here's a big thing that I noticed recently, and I want y'all to really pay attention when I say this. So I'm gonna crouch for a second. Hey, I got a question for you. Do you rest aside from going to sleep? Sleeping isn't necessarily resting or self-care. You gotta do some other shit to unwind besides just sleeping. Because I didn't put that together until recently, and it was kind of heavy. It was a pretty heavy realization. I haven't been actually resting as much as I have just been sleeping. So, with that in mind, y'all please be good to yourselves out there. This shit shit ain't easy. Make it easy. I'm on my feet 9 to 10 hours a day because, you know, being management at a grocery store, yep, pretty sure my bones won't like that eventually. Now, here's the thing, though, Malachi. Thankfully, you're a pretty light dude. I'm not. But, like, also, it can definitely be taxing on your bones. Fucking, how many grocery stores I've worked at now? 2, 3, 2? I think 2. Not easy on your body. Not easy on your body, especially, like, even management positions. That shit's stressful. That shit is fucking stressful. Pass. Big pass. So yeah, make time for your self-care outside of sleeping. Don't let sleeping be your only rest and your only self-care. Because that's where I am right now, and I really need to fix that. Not gonna lie to you. There's very little money in streaming alone. You have to make content as well. This is true. I found that losing weight and exercising a little bit has not only helped my back, but my knees as well. And you're who I thought of, because you said the same thing. Because I'm sitting here, I'm just like, oh man, my fucking knees are like shot. Like my knees feel shitty. My feet hurt all the time. And then you brought up that experience. You're just like, yeah, man, losing weight and exercising a little bit has helped a lot. And honestly, through working out, I'm feeling a little better than I was. Because I'm still standing and I'm just like, yeah, you know, my feet are getting a little bit testy, but like I'm not like I was during that one compound run where I pretty much like I just fell apart and I died pretty quick, and I was like, all right, I gotta have a seat. That's it. So I'm doing a little bit better, and I appreciate you pointing that out, Cody, because that is good advice. If you're able to exercise and lose weight, it helps a lot if you find yourself standing and doing stuff like this for a good while and it hurts. Very good advice. There's very little money in streaming alone. You have to make content as well. This is also true. Over the past year, this stream has probably made about $300, and that's with streaming. There was one order put in to smooth my balls, but I forfeited that shit because they're crooked as hell. Mostly merch sales and donations here and there adds up to about $300 over the past year. And if you're not aware of this, you have to claim that on your taxes. Funnily enough, when you go signing up for any service that's going to allow you to make revenue, they're going to give you a form like a W-4. They're going to be like, fill this shit out. Real resting and self-care are not things I'm naturally good at. I, by my nature, have to always actively be doing something. And I was the same way for a good long while, up until like the past 3 years, I want to say. And I had to start being kind of easy on myself. Like, we are not getting younger, dude. I'm 28. I'm going to be 29 this year. 29. I can taste my 30s, and it tastes like fucking Geritol. I've also gotten a shit ton of energy back from losing weight and exercising. I believe it. I believe it, dude. Sam has been very good at making me take vacations and accepting that it is okay to just not do something for a day or two. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I was thinking about it earlier, and I was just like, man, you know, I've been working on I've been doing the presentation, I've been working on stuff for, you know, later streams. I've been working on the thing that we're going to talk about here in just a little bit, which is absolutely huge. I have made 0.02 off streaming. It's been a ride. Yeah. TikTok revenue, almost non-existent. Almost non-existent. Hank, were you the one who sent that one rose to me? And I made a penny off of TikTok Live too, so I'm fucking rolling in it, boys. Geritol. I figured you would be in on that joke, said. Yes. Geritol. Okay, let's take a step back to my childhood real quick. I used to get constipated all the time, and my doctor couldn't figure out why. Until they took a stool sample and they found that I had like a lot of iron and shit in my body, in my poop. And they were just like, are you taking any like iron supplements or anything like that? And I was like, yeah, I'm taking Geritol. And they were like, oh, stop taking Geritol and you'll be able to shit again. And they were right. They were right. When you take Geritol, drink a lot of fucking water. Drink a lot of water with it. You're going to need to. Hell yeah, one penny gang, you know it. We're rolling in it. But this stream has made about $300 year to date. And most of that has been merch sales and donations here and there. So like if you're going to make, if you think you're going to do streaming as a career, which I don't recommend you do. If you're going to do anything on the internet now, make content, make YouTube shorts, TikTok videos, make full-on YouTube videos. Because the thing is, and there's Harris Heller pointed this out a while ago, you can stream and you can make money while you're streaming. But once you go offline, you're not making money on streaming anymore. If you make a YouTube video and it blows up or whatever, you will still be making money on that from the time you upload it and people start watching it to the end of time. It's never going away. You will constantly be making, pennies and shit off of it. But you won't be making a whole lot. Ludwig actually did. You won't be making a whole lot. Ludwig did a video the other night on how much 10 million views adds up to. For him, it adds up to about $85. So keep that in mind. It's kind of rough. Sam, aside from their enormous Snorlax plush and beanbag, Malachi, you just gotta be a lazy bitch sometimes. You do! You do! Still rocking the 1-1 prototype mouse pad. Oh wow, me too. I still have it on my desk. Malachi's still got the Vapor mouse pad as well. That's the one I really wanted to get. Ludwig's CPM is so low because of all his shit is VODs, TBH. Yeah, he uses a separate channel for some of his content, and also shorts pay. Shorts pay hard. It is what it is. Yeah, he's got like 3 or 4 different channels for all of his shit. It's the same thing I need to start doing. I always feel super guilty when I'm not doing something or pulling my weight around the house. Me too, honestly. I can sit here and I can be like, oh, I've got the dishes in the sink I need to wash. I need to clean up and stuff around the living room. But like also I'm lucky enough to live on my own. So if it's going to bother anyone, it's going to bother me. And most of the time I'm just not that bothered. I'm really getting good at self-care, y'all. I really am. But I've just been busy enough to not be able to bother with it. Shorts are straight up broken. Yes, they are. But it's a good move. Pro tip. If you're going to make TikTok content and then post it to YouTube Shorts, do something. Get your video link or whatever and go to Musically Down. Like the Musically, it used to be TikTok before it was TikTok. You know what I mean? Go to Musically Down. I forget what the .com or .org or whatever it is. But you can download your TikTok videos without a watermark. And this is big because if you try to upload your TikToks to YouTube Shorts to generate some sort of traction, YouTube's algorithm is good enough at knowing, because your TikTok watermark is in the same place every time and you can't just cover it up. So you want to get a version of it that doesn't have that watermark in it and then upload that to your YouTube Shorts. Because if it has the watermark in it, it's not going to perform as well. The other thing is about TikTok, you have to post at certain times of the day. I don't do that. I would probably see a lot more traction if I did. I just come up with an idea and I either post it immediately or I put it in the drafts until later. Proud to account for somewhere between $50 to $60 of your merch sales. Hell yeah, and I appreciate it, man. But yeah, there's very little money in streaming alone. If you are one of the extremely lucky people, like the girl on TikTok who blew up and made partner within, I think, 3 months. If it wasn't less than that, she made partner really, 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 really quick. It's crazy. That's not going to happen to you. It didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to Spills. It didn't happen to Harb. It didn't happen to a whole lot of streamers I know who do really well and make great content. BRB, got you, Hank. I'm not going to say anything too important for a minute. Or you can just make a TikTok compilation video on YT. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. You can blow up with content like that. It's easy. It's digestible. People like watching it. Okay, next thing. You will be gaming algorithms 80% of the time. Remember what I said about having to do your schedules through, schedule your posts in TikTok? I don't think you can schedule them, but, 9 a.m. on a Wednesday is your hard time to upload. You will be gaming algorithms 80% of the time. It sucks, but it's a big part of content creation. So get used to that right there. Streaming can be lonely as fuck at first, and it was. For a while, it was just me, Cody, Zed, and I think Hairbrush hanging out. That was a good portion of my content for a while. I'm gonna kneel for a minute. My body was really happy about that when I kneeled last time, so I'm just gonna do it again. Plus, it looks kind of good on camera. Look at this. Who is this guy? Who's this guy kneeling? Look at him. Shit. Okay, I back. All good. You didn't miss a whole lot. Just the last 2 items. Streaming can be lonely as fuck at first. It was me, Cody, Zed, and I think Hairbrush, Jay, hanging out for a good while. But other people would stop in. I met quite a few streamers just through, doing the thing. But it can be lonely as fuck at first. You are probably not going to blow up overnight, and that's totally fine. Your first year will be spent figuring out what works, but mostly what doesn't. And every single second of it is going to be witnessed by tens of thousands of people. If you are okay with that, if you can make peace with that, start streaming today. Start streaming tonight, start streaming in the morning. If you're good with that, because that's what it's going to be for your first year. That's what it's been for my first year. Everyone I've asked, that's what it was for their first year. Just like the Spectra building PC stream, when things just kind of went shitty for ages. Think of every other project we've done since then where the camera work has been pretty all right, where the audio has been pretty darn crispy. Like it's going to take a while to figure out what works. And you're not going to have all the answers at first, and that's okay. Get on camera and just suck at it for a little bit. You might even be gifted as fuck. You might start streaming and be fucking really good at it. Who knows? But just know that if you're not, you'll figure it out. And it might take a year, but it'll be fine. So here are the good things. We'll upward trajectory. Yay! It's fun again. Parasocial relationships be damned. You're going to make good friends and build a community. Hello, good friends and community. Chat, hello. Listen, I get the whole parasocial relationships thing, and I understand that that's unhealthy, and I don't think that's what's going on here, chat. I think we've all actually been hanging out for a good while. I'd say we're pretty good friends, everybody. I'd say we're pretty good friends. But yeah, this is going to happen. You're going to meet a lot of really cool people. And that's probably one of the best parts about streaming. You're going to meet some new cool person every other night. It's going to be dope, really. Largest obstacle that you're going to have to overcome, though, as a content creator is getting comfortable on camera. It's not easy, but you'll get there. And this is under the it's fun again thing, because eventually you're going to start having fun with it. It's another thing that's upward trajectory. You'll either get comfortable on camera or you'll do without a face cam and you'll still rock the shit. Like, it's either or. So just know that that's a possibility, though. The hardest part for me was getting comfortable on camera. This shit is easy now. I hop on camera and I could be like, I could do whatever the fuck I want on camera and be goofy as shit. And it's still going to work, and I'm still going to be comfortable, and I'm still going to be here making jokes and memes. Streamers are literally just people, and most are very approachable and welcoming. Reach out to people and reach out to me. Absolutely. Bug the shit out of me. I'm over on Discord. I'm not doing anything half the time. If you message me, I will respond to you. We can share memes. Follow me on TikTok. You see all the socials right here. Go follow me there. Bother me, reach out to me, do whatever you want. I learned kind of early on, thankfully, that you can just bother people. You can. Nobody's going to stop you. If they say they just don't want to be bothered, that's okay. But like Harbinger G, Spills, Farcyrus, all those people, I just kind of shot my shot. I was like, hey, what's up? Hi. I'm going to send you memes now. They were like, cool, I'm going to send you memes too. And now we're cool. We're not like solid, like super solid friends, I don't think. I don't think that'd be fair to say and just throw that on somebody. But, you know, we're good. I can hop into anybody's chat and they know who I am and they got questions and shit for me sometimes. It's cool. Highly recommend doing that kind of shit. Reach out to people. Nobody bites. You're going to watch people win all the time. This is a big one, especially for the next part of the presentation. You're going to watch a lot of people win all the time. Sometimes it's going to be you, and those people are going to celebrate your wins, just like y'all have numerous times, and I appreciate y'all being here for that. Shit's been crazy. But you're going to watch people win just all the time. Spills went from like 2 or 3 viewers per night. He's doing like 12 and 14. That's like top 10% of Twitch territory. He is killing it. Same with Harbinger and a few other streamers. Absolutely killing the game. So you gotta look at that shit and just be really fucking proud of the people you've been hanging around. It's really cool. Your voice matters and it carries weight. Apes together strong. Apes together strong. Do you remember the follow botting and the hate rating that happened on Twitch like all the time? It was a really big fucking problem. Well, a lot of people did. They took a day off Twitch, and I was one of them. And I ran a stream that was kind of hard for Twitch's backend to encode. And it wasn't just because of me. It was a concerted effort between like me and all the other streamers. But like, we gave Twitch enough of a problem that they actually went and fixed some stuff. And they made it harder for hate raiders to get in and do their thing. Follow bots, they also made it very hard on. The Haas bots, they're pretty much all gone now. And you have some security measures on chat to make sure that you don't get hate raided and shit like that. So that's been really cool. Remember, apes together strong. If you think you're not doing too great, you're not alone. It's a roller coaster, man. Like sometimes you'll have, God, I've had like 8 to 10 viewers at one point, a few times here and there, and it's been really cool. But the next it might just be me and Hank hanging out. It might just be me and Cody. It might just be me and Zed. And that's cool too. It's still fun. The important thing is that you're having fun doing this shit. But if you're not doing too great, you're probably not alone. Hop on Twitter, talk to a fellow streamer, and be like, man, you know, tonight's stream just wasn't it. And they'll probably be like, yeah, mine was kind of rough too, but hey, we got this shit tomorrow, right? Damn right we got it tomorrow. It'll be great. Just try again. Slow growth is ideal for most people. This is just me talking. This is not like a fact. I've experienced slow growth over the past year, and it has been super great. Because if like 6 or 7 people just showed up in my chat one day and I suddenly had to acclimate to that level of activity, bouncing back and forth with people, I don't know that I would be as confident or as fun to converse with or as present as I am now, when it's been a year and we've just kind of had people trickle in, you know, chilling, and it's been really comfortable. So I think slow growth is ideal for most people. If you blew up overnight and you had to start dealing with 50 viewers a night, I don't know that that's ideal. Some people might rock it though. It's just me. All right. Oh yeah, literally everything is content. Get busy filming. I made a TikTok at IKEA the other day about two French presses, a big one and a small one. And I was just like, oh, do you want to get the big one? Fucking boring. Or do you want to get the little boy? Do you want to get the little boy? So I got the little boy, and I made a video about it. And it blew the fuck up, kind of. People had a pretty good time with it. But yeah, literally everything is content. If you can make a joke out of something, go ahead and make a joke out of it. Everything is content. All right, the future, however, is uncertain. Like I said, there isn't much money in streaming alone, and I do want to make a career out of content creation. However, instead of just doing straight content creation, I've had an idea that I've been working on behind your back for a long time. And Zed and some people on the Discord server know about it. Do you want to get the Chad French press or the little boy French press? I got both. I've actually got two Chad French presses and then one Victor French press. Victor, the big boy. But then I got the little boy. And it makes one large cup of coffee. It's perfect. I absolutely adore it. But I've been working on something behind your back, and I know that I've talked about having a electronics waste processing sort of business idea, right? But it's only now been fleshed out after months of working on it. So streaming is not all I want to do. Content creation also is not all I want to do. I've been obsessed with bettering everyone and everything all the time for as long as I can remember. When I was a little kid, finding out that some people are homeless absolutely fucking destroyed me, and nothing prepares a kid for learning that sort of shit and the horrors that come along with it. So since I was a kid, thankfully being exposed to that in a, with an imagination sort of stuff, and I don't know, I like to think I was a pretty good little kid. So I've always been thinking like, man, like what if I could do more for my community and stuff like that and get some people off the streets? I've worked with a lot of organizations and stuff around town that do really good work, and I've taken some ideas and stuff from them, and I'm just like, man, housing is being tackled, food shortages are being tackled through places like Food Not Bombs, but like some of these people, it's a very digital world nowadays. You have to have like a phone or a computer to do a lot of things and to stay connected with people and stuff like that. My other concern is like there's a lot of waste, like a lot of electronic waste. I worked for a bank, and we would regularly throw out really good computers. And when I left that bank, I actually took a ton of computers and ended up giving them to friends and stuff and selling them on the side because I ended up jobless for 5 months when a pandemic started out of fucking nowhere. Who would have guessed? This platform gives me the power and the space to do a lot of good. And that's kind of always been my original intention. I like entertaining and stuff, but my question has always been, what else can I use this for? Right? Like I can educate people in anti-racism, which turns out is probably not the best thing for me to do. I'm pretty educated. I'm not as educated as a lot of people are, and I'm still kind of learning. And I don't want to be, speaking out of turn and giving people inaccurate information and stuff like that. So I don't really want to do the education thing in that vein because I don't think I'm ready for stuff like that. Not everybody has a computer or phone or can afford one. The other thing is internet access. Not everybody has internet access, and that's a big, big deal. Especially it's 2022. People still not only have lead paint and lead pipes in their houses, but some of them don't even have internet access in today's world. And internet access is important for a lot of things. And that's something that I can kind of entertain later, but this is laying the groundwork for cool, helpful shit. Older devices are still plenty useful and they're abundant, but they're often improperly disposed of and they end up creating tons of waste. Are you familiar with the clothesbergs that end up forming in places all over the US and also overseas because of companies like H&M and fast fashion companies pretty much just tearing up the clothes and stuff that don't sell or pouring bleach all over food, and it all gets sent and gets stacked up where it ends up decomposing to some extent. Some of it is just like plastic fibers and shit, and they will never fully break down. Electronics are really bad about that, and I would like to avoid a lot of these devices just being thrown out carelessly because they don't get recycled the way people think they are. Plastic recycling is a fucking nightmare. I just want to be clear about that really quick. Go get a piece of plastic right now. You will find on that piece of plastic somewhere a recycling icon. Some of them are like a recycling logo or something like that, or a symbol. And some of them, yeah, they actually do have little guidelines for recycling, but you'll probably notice a thing in the center that says store return. You have to take the stuff to a store to be properly sorted for recycling. Or you have to remove the label or something like that. Or what you'll usually see is something that looks like a recycling symbol with a number in the middle. And that's a resin identifier. That's not to tell you that it's recyclable. It's just it's a neat little symbol that the plastics industry came up with to confuse people. That's a thing that the plastics industry did. And it's one of the reasons that plastic is still super abundant. It's actually crazy. Look into plastics recycling. It's insane. So it kind of comes to a point where unless you're repurposing plastic on your own, it's probably not being properly recycled and it's still going to a landfill and fucking up the earth. Even if a device can't be used anymore, its materials can be used to make new things. There are a lot of uniform plastics. It also tells you how to reuse or recycle sometimes. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's kind of a fucking hassle. Like you're removing the label, you're removing the glue and all that stuff, and you clean the bottle. And yeah, a lot of companies are actually getting pretty good at it, but like not every piece of plastic can be recycled. If it's a food product, if it's a piece of plastic that food came in, it's probably not going to be properly recycled, no matter, even if you follow the instructions. It's really deceptive and it really fucking sucks. Even if a device can't be used anymore, its materials can be used to make new things. There are a lot of uniform plastics on computers. There are a lot of uniform plastics on computers and stuff like that. Your laptops and stuff like that, they're all made out of one kind of plastic usually. Sometimes it's different colors of plastic and stuff like that. You can still break them down and you can still reuse that plastic for stuff and it'll all be uniform. I've been working on something for a while, and I'd like to share it with you. Now, I went over this sort of thing as a fledgling sort of idea a few times on stream, but this is actually really close to inception now. It's an unnamed waste processing venture. 1. Start electronic waste processing business. Now, here's the thing. I was going to make it a nonprofit, but it turns out a nonprofit needs a board of directors. No, I don't want to do that. So I can start it as an LLC. And while I'm not going to make any sort of profit, the idea is to make enough to keep a roof over my head, support the business, and the stream. As long as those 3 things get accomplished, that's more than enough. I don't want a fucking Tesla out of the deal. So the thing is, how do you get those devices to you? Well, check in the local community, and I'll be running around to, I'll have ads and stuff out, and I'll probably have to get back on Facebook and start putting out little ads on the yard sales and be like, hey, if you have old computers and old phones and tablets and stuff like that, let me know. I'll come pick them up for you in bulk. We can go over how to restore your data and stuff like that. The end result is I need to get my hands on hardware. That stuff makes it back here that way, or I open the PO box for donations. You can send it on in. We'll figure it out. So you take in donated electronics, repair everything that I can, and donate it to orgs and people in my community who need them. That's the tip top of it. A lot of stuff that people are throwing away nowadays is still usable stuff. It might be a little slower than some tip top of the end thing. You gotta think, Intel's processors haven't changed a whole ton since like Broadwell and Skylake. And a lot of those machines get thrown out because people use them to a certain point. When they're loaded down with bloatware and viruses and all sort of shit, they just figure, well, this computer's old now and there's not a whole lot I can do with it. I need to toss it and get a new one. That shit ends up being waste, and it really doesn't have to. Anybody can use the stuff. So the thing is, how would the business make money in that case? Well, you sell off the one-off devices and niche hardware to cover businesses and stream costs. If somebody gave me a fairly recent MacBook, the first thing I'm going to think is, I could give this to somebody. I could give it to a student, which would probably be the case because students and MacBooks go together like peanut butter and chocolate. But also, sell it, have quite a bit of money for whatever equipment stuff the business needs or stuff for the stream, maybe pay a bill or two, and take the other stuff and continue working through it and get it out to the community. What's the next part? Whoop, nope, go it. There we go. Break down devices into their respective components and use them to make new things. Tools, filament, 3D printing filament is a big one, and merch to also support the business and stream. Here's the thing. If I get a grinder or like a plastic shredder, you can take that plastic stock and you can turn that into 3D printing filament. And I could sell it cheaper than everybody else. And that shit comes straight back to me. I could donate it to the local colleges and stuff like that. Lord knows FSU has a lot of money for their 3D printing stuff, but like still, it would be kind of cool to have some recycled filament on hand. You know what I mean? Like imagine just taking a shitload of water bottles and just making clear filament and stuff out of it. Oh, it'd be so cool. Especially if I had a 3D printer here. But you can also make tools and stuff with it. Use like resin alongside with the plastic stock, and you can make tool handles and stuff like that. Imagine making a fucking axe handle. Imagine having a whole ass axe whose entire handle was made out of recycled plastics and resin. That'd be so dope. But I really, what I think would be really cool and what I would plan to do with stuff like that. Gotta go, Bill. All right, see you next time. I appreciate you stopping by and being here for the past year, my guy. Everybody say goodbye to Bill. He's a very sweet baby. We appreciate him very much here on the stream. He's doing great things. Bill is 100% going to be a meteorologist or a storm chaser one day. Bet your money on it. Bye, friend. Bye. You can make screwdriver sets and stuff like that. You can make the entire set. You can make the entire case out of the plastic. You can make your drivers and stuff out of the plastic. You can make cups. You can make bottles. You can make all sorts of shit out of recycled plastic. And I would love to start doing a lot of that stuff, especially if I were able to say, hey, this cup, this screwdriver, whatever you're using to do something else with, this used to be a computer. This used to be a phone. This used to be a tablet. I just think it'd be really fucking cool, and it's also a really good mission. Less plastic waste, plus it's waste. It's waste. I can just work through it easily. Here's the other thing. Where does the content creation thing come in here? I can stream those work days and hold weekly community events and sweepstakes and giveaways and stuff like that. Seems pretty straightforward, right? Imagine all the cool stuff we would be able to see, all the neat things we would learn from processing waste and stuff like that. Plus, operating alongside of it, hey, does somebody need filament or something like that? Cool, I'll ship you a roll, free of charge. Do you need a toolkit or something like that? Are you a streamer who needs like a toolkit for stuff like that? I will send you one, free of charge. Do you just need a toolkit? I'll send you one free of charge. I'm not getting it for anything. Why not drop $5 and just send it out to somebody. That's somebody who could end up supporting the business and supporting all this stuff that I do. You know? Plus, less fucking waste. It's kind of a cornerstone of it. So anyways, yeah, with that, we fight electronics waste, we make our world a little bit better, and it's more communicated, because there's more computers and stuff in it. And I really like computers. And I realized when I said more connected place together, I kind of sounded like Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not a lizard person. My eyelids, they blink, you know, horizontally instead of vertically, like Mark Zuckerberg's do. He can't fool us, can he? He really can't. But we need a name, chat. This is what's been stopping me, and this is the stupidest fucking point about this. I have all of this shit put together. I know how to put the business together. I know how to do the taxes. I know where I'm going to put everything and all the equipment and stuff that I need, but I don't have a fucking name. So, chat, if you would like to throw Ryan Derry ratcheting screwdriver win, that's one of the first things I want to make. I would love to make a screwdriver set out of like just recycled plastics and stuff. I would love to. But we need a name. So if anybody thinks of a name, and I have thought Ryan Derry's recycling, but like it's not necessarily, well, it is kind of recycling. Upcycled? It's kind of upcycling. Upcycling though is actually a concept. I couldn't use the name. I couldn't use the term upcycling as a name. I would probably get sued at some point for that. I'm kind of trying to avoid that because I'm broke, dude. I'm fucking broke. I can't afford legal trouble right now. It's why I don't run around punching Nazis anymore. Yeah, no super huge deal. I've been chewing on trying to come up with names for it, and it's the only thing stopping me at this point. If we can come up with a really solid name, since we're all going to be working on this shit together anyway, let me know. Hop in the Discord. Throw me a name on Twitter. Do whatever you want. If you have a moment of absolute enlightenment, share it. I would love to hear what your ideas are. Especially not even just for the name, but if you have like ideas for the business and other cool things we could do, let me know. I would be super into hearing everybody's ideas because there's probably some people who are more experienced at this than me. Cycle it? Possible. That's not bad. That's not bad. What was that? I was thinking Trashed Treasure for a while, but it has the same problem as Tech Geekify where it all runs together. Circuit Cycle? That's not bad either. Circuit City? No. What if, right? To get off of that, since we have covered that, I'm really passionate about this fucking idea. CompUSA, but later. Yes, that's the name. That's what I'm registering. I do this thing every once in a while where I'll come up with an idea and I'll be like, oh, that's a pretty solid name. And I'll hop on and I'll check the trademarks and stuff like that. And I'll just make sure it's free to be used. And it usually isn't. There's usually like defunct businesses who still hold the trademark. And I'm like, fuck. Okay, whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out here. This is a fully realized thing that I've been working on for a bit. This concept is like that one charity, GN Gamers Nexus showcased a few weeks ago. Is it? I'm sure this isn't some new idea. There's no way this could be a new idea. Absolutely not. But it is something I put together and something I really want to do. But we'll get there. You know, we're close. I could register the business any old time. I just gotta have a name for it because I don't know what to do. Yeah, if you know what I'll find the vid and DM you the link. Yes, please do, because I want to see what some of their ideas and stuff are too, and also want to make sure I wouldn't steal a name from them. I'm sure they have a cool name. All right, so these are people I genuinely couldn't have done this without. I'm gonna step over here off to the side because we're actually gonna need some space. First and foremost, of course, we got my boy Zed, my best friend, my ride or die since ages ago. If you are debating going and selling a cell phone to a stranger on Facebook Marketplace, I highly recommend you do it. And I highly recommend you get their Steam name and start playing games and stuff with them, because they might turn out to be your best friend. Your best friends hide in the weirdest of places. And I actually met Zed and Chelsea the same night. And you guys are super cool, and I love y'all, and I'm glad to be part of the family and all, dude. It's been super cool. So yeah, of course, tip top on this list is my boy Zed. Next up, Hank. Absolutely Hank. Hank gets a ton of credit because Hank is probably the funniest person I've ever met. And Zed is really fucking funny. But Hank is so fucking funny. It's ridiculous how fucking funny he is, dude. And he's so good too. God damn it. Okay, hang on. Let me just poke back on here for a second. If it weren't for Hank, we wouldn't have Minecraft Monday. We just wouldn't. Hank does so much for Minecraft Monday, and his content is great. Streams are great. Stop by and see Hank sometimes. 10 out of 10. Dope human. Love him to death. Oh, Cody, what you got? But they provide computers to families with kids for cheap or free and give out computer literacy lessons to adults who don't know how to computer. That is also something I would be passionate about at some point, is the literacy lessons, but like the thing would have to get off the ground first. Dude is genuinely a powerhouse. He really is. He really is. God, Hank is fucking dope. I'm so glad we ran into each other, dude. Of course, you got Cody. My boy, my day one. Cody and I have been friends probably about as long as Malachi and I have. I think Cody is probably the oldest friend that I have on this list. We've done a lot of cool shit together, and we've gotten in a lot of fucking trouble together. But like, that's just how it be sometimes. You know? Cody! Bring him in! Cody is fucking great. I fucking love Cody. Cody has had some of the most solid memes. He's also fucking destroyed me with Redeem Yeet a few times. He was the one who mentioned it earlier. You punk. I see you. Redeem Yeet is making a return, by the way. But Cody is probably going to be doing some streaming and content creation at some point. The Dark Souls stream that he did ages ago was really fucking fun to watch. Because Cody's good at games. He knows how to fucking cheat the system and shit. It's fun to watch. And even though I know you were like 2 streams in, but I could already see you getting comfortable on camera and comfortable on stream, and you could absolutely kill it if you get started. So, no pressure. Of course, no pressure. I'm just saying, when you start, I'm gonna watch. Hairbrush. I know you're not in here, Jay, but I appreciate you so fucking much. Borderlands 3, I could not carry that game on my own. I just couldn't. And that last stream that we did together was absolutely insane. It was mind-numbing for both of us, but it was really fucking fun. We had some solid memes out of that. Jay is another person who is also easily one of the funniest fucking people I know. Also, incredibly skilled at carpentry. Bet you didn't know that. Okay, so quick little story time. In that apartment that I mentioned ages ago with the torn up sheet and all that stuff, one of our roommates, Jay was living with me at the time. One of our roommates went and kicked in the door to one of our old roommates' rooms after they just up and left in the middle of the night. Because that roommate was missing some stuff and was just like, I bet he had that stuff in there. So he goes and kicks the door down, and finds what he's wanting, and he gets the fuck out. And it sucks and all, but like, he was drunk, so it was whatever. Jay gets up the next day and says, well, we've got to fix that door frame before we move out. Jay goes and gets all the equipment, some clamps, some wood glue and shit, and puts this door frame back together like they're turning like they're turning back the clock. You couldn't tell me that door frame was ever damaged, and maintenance probably never caught it. Jay is an incredibly handy person. Also, like I said, one of the funniest fucking people I know. Oh my god, so fucking funny. What was that other thing? No, I had something else to say. Was it Bloodborne? I don't know. I'll come back to this at some point. But Jay, tip top. Spills. Dude, oh my god. It has been crazy watching Spills just fucking explode. This dude really went, and I remember the exact moment when Spills was just like, I'm fucking doing this. Because he literally went within like a month or two's time from like 2 or 3 viewers per stream, I want to say, to like regularly 12 and 14. And like I said, that's top 10% of Twitch's streamers. Now, when you go to Spills, wow. I gotta get another new monitor to help the stream because the 3060 Ti doesn't have a DVI port. I can use to run the monitor. It'd be like that. If it has a display port out, it's pretty much the same protocol, but a different pin out, and you can grab one of the adapters from fucking Best Buy. Highly recommend it. It's what I did for a long time. Most modern cards don't have DVI. It sucks. But it's wild. He went from like 2 or 3 viewers per stream, if I remember right, to like 12 and 14 viewers per stream. And it's not hard to see why. When you hop into one of Spill's streams, he's always engaging with chat, always doing something. Dude is a monster at just chatting streams, hands down. He recently did the Hot Ones challenge, and if we can all just have a moment of silence for Spill's asshole after that challenge. Okay. Rip, brother. Next, of course, we got Harbinger. Rip the Spillacy. Big rip. And then of course we've got Harbinger. Harbinger's fucking great. Honestly, a good time on wheels. Very calm, very collected. Has tons of cool little tricks for his stream. Also recently started doing like game news and stuff like that and tech news. I watched one of his videos earlier on the Activision and Microsoft merger. Go look up Harbinger G on YouTube and watch that video. Very well presented. Like I said, has a bunch of tricks and stuff up his sleeve. Really entertaining streamer. Tip top. Absolutely love Harb to death. Solid taste in memes, by the way. Really solid taste in memes. We got a heavy hitter coming up right here. This is Alex. Alex is the first streamer that I met doing YouTube and Twitch. And a fellow Floridian, too. I've actually bought some stuff from him, and I really need to go see. Him. He's like 6 hours away. I have to plan some time to go down there and stay a night in town. But Alex is a very, very sweet person. Super fun streams whenever he does them. Done some Pokemon opening streams and stuff like that. But he found me through the DS Lite streams. And dude has, oh god, what is it? Has a Game Boy Color still like new mint in the box, which is crazy. Tons of DSi hardware, tons of 3DS parts and stuff like that. Dude has been fixing stuff and modding stuff for a very, very long time. And it was really cool to run into Alex early on, especially a fellow Floridian. I also want to have the same monitor so my setup looks super cohesive. Fair. What was that meme that people were doing ages ago where like, oh yeah, it was like a girl is vetting another girl who's gone on a date with a dude and she's just like, he sounds cool and all, but tell me, does he have matching monitors? Up next, we got Rez. Now, Rez hopped in for the Deus Ex Human Revolution stream, and Rez was a ton of fun to have there. A little bit dry and deadpan from time to time, but knows all the lore, full of jokes, and just kind of fun to hang around with. We talk shit about Metal and Deus Ex, and we shit post with some of the Deus Ex bots on Twitter all the time. Love Rez, absolute sweetheart. 06 Chris, the heavy hitter himself. I wouldn't know half the things I know about community engagement and streaming and stuff like that without Chris. If you're looking to get elevated, both in terms of getting high as shit and also being appreciated as a member of a community, hop on over and see 06 Chris. Absolutely insanely talented streamer. If I had to draw a parallel to what sort of stream Chris runs, it's sort of like Nutty's streams, if you've ever seen those. Nutty has a ton of cool little tricks. He's really good at keeping up with his community. And it's generally, you know, just like, it's Elevation Nation, as Chris would say. Hop on over and see 06 Chris sometimes. Go give him a follow. And don't, well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, tell him Ryan Derry sent you. Actually, I'll take a couple points there. Why the fuck not? Chris is super sweet, super welcoming. Highly recommend going and checking him out. I don't know where I would be without some of his guidance. Also, if you get up with Brittany a couple weeks beforehand, she might help you get the fam and friend rate at an IHG hotel. Ooh, shit, I didn't even think about that. Maybe. Ooh, good resource to have. Thank you, Cody. I forgot about that. We got Comrade Speedwagon. We got our boy Mike. Doesn't stream a whole ton, but when he does, really talented. Crazy talented. I've seen him do some shit in Team Fortress 2. I just didn't even know it was fucking possible. Soft Boy Lovely Man, could not agree more. Could not agree more. When he came to see Zed like ages ago, it was super, super cool. Dude's got a scary amount of raw talent in every aspect. Oh yeah, playing Counter-Strike with Mike pretty much means you're going to get your ass cheeks clapped. But super fun to be around. Way funnier than me. And I'm sorry, but he's funnier than both of us put together, dude. I don't know how it happens, but god damn, dude. And then of course we've got Bill, who had to leave earlier, but I want to explain something about Bill really quick. Bill is a youngin', and on TikTok, half the people who follow you are going to be youngins, pretty much. But it's not often that you run into a kid and you can see like kind of like how you grew up as, like, you know, some of their content, stuff like that. Bill is doing some of the stuff right now as a kid that I was doing as a kid. And it's wild to kind of see that through a lens as an older person now. Some of the stuff that I found from Bill first were their little like Gmod creations and stuff like that. And I see GM Flatgrass, and I see him setting up little contraptions and stuff, and setting off bombs and tornadoes, and playing in like the tornado survival maps and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, this was me like just like a decade or so ago. It's crazy. But like, Bill has such a heart and such a soul for being a storm chaser. Super into Twister and like all sorts of stuff like that, meteorology, and just a really sweet kid. And honestly, if more kids are the future, like if kids are the future, I hope a lot of them are like Bill, because Bill's going places. Mark my fucking words. Bill is definitely going places. And if you think I'm not putting this on TikTok for you, Bill, you're wrong. Because you tag me in the cool shit that you do all the time. 10 out of 10, great lad, get validated. Very sweet kid. Go check him out. Please support him. Absolutely wonderful. Then, this is a callback. I gotta step off for this one. When I started playing Super Mario Star Road, there was this person who stepped in whose name is Sir. Octosir, I called them for ages. And I still call them Octosir. It's actually cool with it. I was on one of the Metal World maps or some shit like that. And they stopped in, and just as I'm getting ready to do this this really scuffed move, I'm just like, I can jump from this one roof, take some fall damage, but then fall onto this platform where the goal is. And Octosir hops in chat and goes, "No, you can't." And I'm like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "There's an invisible wall. You can't do it. They thought of it." I'm like, "What?" And I tried it, and goddamn, he was right. So it turns out Octosir regularly does speed runs of ROM hacks and stuff like that, and generally just plays Mario 64 ROM hacks. Scary good. Octosir is the same level of talent that Mike has for TF2 and Counter-Strike Source in Mario 64. Octosir makes Mario 64 fucking dance for them. It is insane. Now, I want to take a second and just give y'all a moment to look at this wall of names here. These are some of the most incredible people that I've ever spent any amount of time with. And a lot of y'all are some of my best friends. I love hanging out with y'all. I love what you bring to the stream. I love that we're all able to share memes together. And I want to hang out with y'all a lot more. But I've been doing the thing where I'm mostly just focused on the next part of the stream or the next thing here or there. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I know I'm kind of neglecting my community, and that sucks. I don't want to keep doing that. And I know I have to slow down and I have to make some more space. So what I want to do is Fridays, I want to start doing game nights with y'all. I still have to set up the channel in Discord for it. But like, I don't know. I just want to have like a night where we can all get together, choose a free game that's not relatively intensive. You don't have to have crazy hardware to play it. We can just get in on some games for a little while. It's easy for, and this won't be streamed, by the way. It'll just be us all hanging out. It helps me get to know y'all better, and it's wonderful to share that space with people. And Zed and Hank did something very special for me the other night. That really drove the point that I don't fucking rest enough home. Hang on just a second. I shared the Pine Badpool video with a group, and everyone was like, "Holy shit, where can I watch this happen in real time?" Yeah, we got to do more stuff like that. We've got to do more. Hey, can I have you on the stream? And we just shit post for like 2 hours. That was really, really cool. 100%. Oh, absolutely. But Zed and Hank did something really cool for me the other night, and I'll tell you a little story really quick. I've been looking at, as always, just different shit I can do for the stream. How can I make things better here and there? And one big one I actually found out through 06 Chris over there in the corner. He was doing a like a sort of a cooperative thing with a streamer called Mama Tamago, who makes who does some of the work, or like at least a representative of Mix It Up Bot. And I was like, oh man, I've got the Stream Elements bot and I've got the Restream bot, but neither of them do a whole lot. They're good for moderation. That's really about it. And I'm like, I'm gonna set up Mix It Up Bot. I'm just gonna install it. I'm gonna link my accounts, set up a bot account. I'm gonna start putting this together because I want to do stuff like bringing back the Redeem Yeet button, because we're not gonna hit affiliate for a hot minute, and that's okay. That's okay. I would love to do Redeem Yeet through channel points, but I can still do it through a currency system, kind of like we did in Streamlabs. You have a certain number of bees churgers or points that you can spend, and then you hop into the item store and you grab an item. One of them is a Yeet. And what Redeem Yeet means is whenever somebody redeems that item in whatever game I'm playing, I gotta die immediately. It doesn't matter how far along in a level I am, anything like that, I have to die immediately. And it resulted in some of the coolest memes of all time. But I wanted to rebuild that in Mix It Up Bot. And I'm working on Mix It Up Bot, and I'm understanding it, I'm putting it together, but like, man, I'm fucking exhausted. And Zed messaged me out of nowhere and goes, "Hey man, me and Hank are gonna get in on some games, we would like you to join us." And I, without hesitation, went ahead and closed out Mix It Up Bot. I closed Twitch, I closed OBS, I closed everything I was going to be testing with. And I was like, yes, I want to get in on some games with my boys. And I did, and it was wonderful. Y'all saved me from one hell of a headache that night. And even though we went to bed at like 1:30, I learned that night when I went to bed, I was like, that's when I had the thought. I was like, man, that was really nice. That was really nice, and I don't do that enough. I don't play games with friends enough. And the only time I'm resting is when I'm sleeping, and that's not fucking healthy. And that realization hit me like a brick. I was like, fuck, I've got to fix that. So that's what I mean. I want to, like, every Friday, we pick a game, we all get it, we coordinate a time that works for everybody. We have a little game night. We have a movie night. We do whatever we want. Every Friday, that's me and you, chat. Every Friday. I would love that. So expect that to be set up in the Discord server. If you haven't joined the Discord server, do the Discord command in chat and you can go ahead and join. But I think everybody that's here has already joined the Discord server. So thank you for that. Thank you for making it very easy. And Zed and Hank, thank you for letting me join you the other night. Saved my ass, brothers. Saved my ass. But this is everyone, pretty much. Thank you, everybody. Now, of course, the bigger names are like the most recent subscribers, but everybody's here. Everybody's here. Can't see some of the names, but it's super great. Super down for games. Same here. Playing shit-posted games makes it so much fun. Oh my god. We played what was it? We hopped into Gmod and we immediately found a FNAF RP map. A Five Nights at Freddy's roleplay map. That was so sick. Yeah, there was this kid, and we were just shit posting around, and they were just like, I'm gonna get an admin, and the admin joins, and they're in the form of a Roomba, and they're like the coolest fucking mod we've ever met. Just super cool, hanging out. $100 to the first person who gets me. I want to drive the boat. Let me drive the boat. Bet, got him. Yeah, immediately Zed got him. But I want to do shit like that. It's so cool. It'd be so fun. So this Friday, chat, y'all get ready for that shit. Whether or not I stream on Thursday or Friday, we're gonna get in on some games. But this right here for tonight is the end of the presentation, and it's about all I have for you for tonight. It took 2.5 hours. Oh my god, I didn't think it was going to take 2.5 hours, but that's okay. I never shut up. But that's okay. It's my brand. Everybody, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being here for the past year. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, y'all could have been anywhere for these past Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you were here hanging out with me, and I don't even know how to put into words how much I appreciate that. It's such a cool thought, and it's also so cool to bust open DaVinci Resolve and see all the videos and stuff from the past year, and just you immediately recall names. I remember what I was up to. I remember what my friends were up to at the time, and it all hits me emotionally like a fucking truck. Having this sort of record of yourself and your life on the internet is something that I recommend everyone experience. So with that, y'all go stream, go create content. If it's something you're remotely passionate about, I so encourage you to do it. This has been a wonderful year. During a time when a pandemic beat the shit out of America, and a lot of us were busy just kind of like going through the motions, this stream was a space where we could all come in and have a good time and share some memes. And I cannot understate the value of that. So thank y'all very much for being here. Zed, love you too, you fucking nerd. Cody, love you. Malachi, love you. Zed, love you. Bill, love you. Who else was in here earlier? Mako, love you. I've chatted with you a couple times. You're great. No problem, man. And I wouldn't miss these streams for the world. I wouldn't miss doing them for the world. This shit is great. But I'm going to start doing more self-care. So expect like a few more cancellations here and there. Now I will share this juicy little nugget with you. You remember at the beginning when I said win video games? Mario started this stream. Mario is going to start the new year. Thursday, everyone. If the video is not finished, we're going to start playing Super Mario 3D Land. I've never actually played it all the way through, and I'm not good at Mario games. Up top. Up top. Chat, don't leave me hanging. Come on. Mario, it's a Mario game. The sequel, Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty 3 times Rick and Morty. Forever Rick and Morty. Rick. I saw y'all slap. Thank you, chat. Everybody, I think we're gonna clear on out of here for tonight. Hell yeah. I wish I had like a stream deck with the oh no, I have the air horn. I could do the air horn. Let me do the air horn real quick. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Literally. We'll literally do it live. Where's the air horn? Hello? Hello? Elgato? Alright, here we go. Oh, voice mod is muted. Great. Anyways, fuck that bit. Rick and Morty 100 years. Rick and Morty forever. Forever Rick and Morty. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for bearing with me for this presentation, and thank you for having the patience to let me finish the video at some other point. I will see y'all Thursday for some Mario. Here's to another year of burps and funnies. I'm always gonna have GERD. It's not going away, and I'm gonna keep using it to make the funnies. Full disclosure, my voice is destroyed. You can probably hear it. I'm gonna head out, and I'm gonna rest my voice for tonight. Y'all, and I'm serious when I mean this, okay? Hang on a second. Y'all go get some rest right now. Whatever it is that you're working on, if it can wait, like a day or two or a few more hours, go sit down and take some space for yourself. That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to go sit on the couch. I'm going to put my phone in another room, and I'm just going to chill for a little bit. I'm probably even going to read a book for the first time in like a year. This night was like the last night of me like really like pushing to get something done. I'm just going to do the self-care thing tonight. Love you, Ryan. I got to get to bed. Got to be up at 5. Gonna punch 48 hours this week. Capitalism is the best. Good night, my guy. Good night, Malachi. Get some rest. Love you too, man. Appreciate you being here. Get some rest. Wait, you can read? No. No, I okay, you got me. Okay, I can't read. And also, these streams are scripted. Every last one of them. I have a ghostwriter. It's the same one that Taylor Swift uses to make all of her songs. I have wanted to make the stream lore so long that all of this shit is scripted, and I haven't found a solid way to do it. I almost did it with the Grapes Bentley thing. I almost made it just like oh yeah, that's the script. Okay, I gotta do the cocaine bit. Like, oh man, I really don't want to do cocaine. Fuck. Okay, I guess yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's a good paying role. I'm gonna clear on out of here for tonight. Like I said, thank y'all for coming out for the past year. Thank y'all for being with me through this presentation. I had a great time making this. I'm having a great time making the video, and I hope the emotional impact of the video hits y'all as hard as it's been hitting me, because we're about to see all those little moments condensed over the course of a year into like 25-30 minutes. What I'll probably do, I'll simul stream it, and I'll also premiere it over on YouTube. That's probably what I'll do. I think that's pretty fair. So until then, Y'all get some rest, and I do mean some rest. Y'all go do some self-care right now. I don't want to hear it. Y'all get some sleep, drink some water, be good to yourselves, and I will see y'all Thursday for some fucking Mario 3D World. Okay? Until then, everybody. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go party and sleep and... Cody, you too. Go take care of yourself, brother. Good night, everybody.